Shift. Realize something after I schedule schedules my videos. Yeah, videos I scheduled today. Shit, I have to shift them all back a slot. I forgot to make a slot for this stream. 1 second, folks. I'm gonna go take care of that now before I forget. That's... Nine... 14.6... 3... 14.12. Okay. If I don't do it, I'm gonna forget, and I don't schedule things, and this. Okay, things are scheduled. Hooray! Hello, Internet! How we doing? Doing the Fortnife tonight before we talk about two good movies? Good movies, I guess? I don't know. We're talking about two Sentai movies. I Also, we probably got to do a little bit more ballistic than usual because this is the last time we get to play ballistic. So we're going to do probably like 2 or 3 matches to say goodbye to this mode that they tried, but it failed. I guess while it's loading up, I'm gonna give y'all a preview of a thing. So I've decided that since we've got the wheel for TGSR stuff, and that got us Kyoryuger, I kind of like doing the wheel to decide Kyoryuger stuff, since I guess I'm getting choice paralysis in terms of like deciding what to do for TGSR. So what I'm doing now, as a little fun thing is every episode TGSR, I'm rolling to eliminate 2 things off the wheel. So that when we get to our last episode, we'll be, for Kyoryuger, we'll be down to 4 things, and then whatever rolls on that will be what we play. Bear in mind, y'all won't know what the final 4 are until the last episode. But I guess you'll know now, like, what's already been eliminated. So Black RX has got eliminated, Garo Season 1 got eliminated, Jeet got eliminated, and then Karas got eliminated. And as you noticed, I've added in 2 picks so we'd have a even 20. The Wheel of Adaptation is on the wheel itself as a whammy pick because fuck it, it's funny to have a wheel pick be yet another wheel. And I've thrown in One Piece live action on here. We might only do the first season if that comes up. Like, there are 2 seasons of it, but I kind of want to just do a season of it. And then maybe, like, put season 2 on, like, the wheel for a later time. So, yeah, that's what the wheel is looking at right now. So, right now, the chances of our next TGSR series are going to be Transformers Animated, Toei Spider-Man, G-Gundam, Shinkenger, Symphogear, Gundam Build Divers and Re-Rise, the Deno movies we haven't done, Cho Superhero Tyson as a whammy, Agito, original Digimon Adventure, Transformers Energon is a whammy, Licorice Recoil, the Like a Dragon Yakuza Amazon series as a whammy, the Wheel Adaptation as a whammy, and then One Piece live action. So that's what the wheel is right now. I've already spun to get it, like, on track. I believe, let me double check, make sure my numbering's correct. One, 2, 3, 7. Or no, it should be 12. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're on track. I'm kind of curious what gets eliminated every week to see what it gets down to. If it's somehow, because so far it has not eliminated a whammy, I'm curious if it will wind down to whammy, just whammies. Also, good lord, this is taking a while. But yeah, I like doing the wheel better because I just have ideas for what to do for TGSR and, like, what shows to do, and just kind of, like, there's no real particular order on them. Like, if I wanted to be super optimal and, you know, on point in terms of stuff, we'd be doing Agito right now. We kind of lead into the Agito movie that's coming out supposedly internationally. Especially if, like, if it hits, like, a streaming service. You know, we could easily do that for a TGSR episode because it's a 90-minute movie. That's, like, most of what we allot in terms of run time for stuff we cover per episode. So that'd be perfect. But right now, no. I also know that Octo's gone up on TGFC, or not TGFC, the Toei Toku YouTube channel. I didn't sit down and run through SRWY like I wanted to do today, especially since, you know, I was doing stuff today. I also, like, slept in today, because I slept through, like, an alarm I have set, and my dad putting some stuff in a slow cooker. So it took me a minute to get up and going. I think I want to get through SRWY because I want to start up Sakura Wars as a game I'm doing on the side. Recon then. I want to start up Sakura Wars on the side. I want to get through it in the second game. Especially because they both have retro achievements. I know the first game has retro achievements. The second one might not. Let me check. No, only the first game has retro achievements. Which is fine, that's not, like, the biggest deal. I am distracted. I want to start doing that on my own time. Zenless, I think it's Season 2's wrapping up with the next patch, I believe. So that's actually another thing on my game clearing is, like, Season 2 of Zenless. That's, I think Planet Career is supposed to be like a year-long storyline, so that's not ending until next year. I don't think it's the wisest decision for it to be. Oh, yeah. For it to be a year-long storyline, personally speaking, but I know. I thought Amphorius was a little bit dragged out, and it could have been a couple patches shorter and been shit. A little bit better across the board, but that's fine. We're all allowed our hot takes in the burn for them if necessary. I guess it's just a thing now. For me, at least, it's just like, yeah. Why are we're winning? Why are we voting to surrender? That seems like a terrible decision. How do I sell item pick up here? Oh, the Cirque show there right at the end. I knew someone could use it in time. I'd also like to start metal card bots. I talked about this yesterday, but the folks in the Discord's event, I kind of agree with the one of the folks in the Discord is like, yeah, I think I want to try this metal card bot show because all the designs and stuff look cool. The writer of it is someone that's wrote stuff I've liked, so. Oh, we're going together. I am. This feels weird to say because I'm like, one of these I think is not. I think they're usually aimed at like the same target audience. Well, I know gender-wise they're not aimed at the same target audience, but like writing-wise, I feel like they're not aimed at the same audience. But like, I'm watching the new Preshow and Gavon, and I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm really enjoying. Ow. Ah. There's one more of you. You're not it. Or you were. You're mine. Like Gavon Infinity and Detective Pretty-Cure, basically. But I'm like really enjoying the Pretty-Cure show over the Gavon show. Like there's parts of the Gavon show I like. The female Gavon Luminos and her partner. I enjoy their episodes. Bushido's like okay, but there's feels like we're not doing like anything really interesting with him. And like Regi's fine, but like he's for like most of the show he's basically second fiddle to everyone else in the show. because of the nature of the show, he's had to play second fiddle to Bushido and Luminos for like most of the episodes, so he hasn't gotten to like showcase himself too much. It's only like, I feel like only like the most recent episode with like Death Gavon's introduction does it feel like, oh, we're really getting into Reggie as a character. We're really trying to do something with him. But like before that, he's playing guest star basically to the Bushido show or the Lumios show, which feels like the point, but it also, I don't know. The Luminos and Bushido episodes would be fine if it was their own show, and it was like the first couple episodes of their own show that we were looking at. But the fact that they are like episodes 6 and 9, I think, I'm like, it feels like not a whole lot's happened in the show. The other way. They haven't planted yet. Oh, because our guy's got the bomb. That works. Time him. Timer scan him. Whereas, like, with the Detective Pretty Cure show, it feels like a lot more has happened over the course of the 11 episodes it's had, because, like, it would be one thing to compare the two shows and they're at, like, different points in their runtime. But the fact that they started almost at the same time and they're at almost identical points in episode counts, it's like, oh yeah, a lot more has happened in Pretty Cure in 11 episodes than Gavon Infinity has happened in 9. Which for me kind of sucks because it feels like Gavon Infinity is lacking momentum and lacking forward momentum and progression. It feels like we kind of like are trying to push 3 shows at once instead of 1, and it's hampered. I mean, that was about the standard ballistic game I've had. But Pretty Cure is like, it's had progression, it's done all these little bits. Even if it's still very Monster of the Week, still very like standalone episodes, it still had some good character stuff for all 3 of our cast members. They've introduced a evil Pretty Cure. I don't think she's evil. Not in the same way the bad guys she's working with are. But there's clearly more going on to her. And she's been in the background of, like, most of the show, quietly doing things. Not like anything, like, plot-worthy, but, like, you've gotten a sense of, like, a little bit of a sense of her character going into her introduction episode as Pretty Cure. And I'm like, this show's clearly aimed at little girls, just like how Gavon should be aimed at little boys and like Ryder is aimed at slightly older boys. But it still feels like they're like trying with the writing. They're not like they're doing work here instead of just being like, all right, clock in, call it a day, clock out. You know, they're putting effort and work in, and I'm like, I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm absolutely enjoying Pretty Cure more than Gavon. Not to say Gavon's a bad show. I just think I'm wondering how much of this Gavon show has just been tossed together to just keep the time slot and to just keep production going for what Project Red will really be in the next year. Because, like, what they keep saying is, like, Project Red is more than just, you know, a superhero tokusatsu stuff. You know, we're going to do other stuff. And I'm like, well, that's what Metal Heroes was doing. And you're, like, starting this with a Gavon revival the second. Kind of making this Gavon the third, basically. But I don't know. I don't know if they're just like throwing ideas out there. Because it also really feels like the toys have kind of like, I'm gonna be honest, they feel like they're the holdover from a Sentai show that we didn't get, that they might have were planning, but decided, fuck it, we're not doing Sentai anymore. Because Gavrion is still basically Tegazord in its design, which Tegazord wasn't even that great. All of the extra weapon stuff is just like add-ons there. I do appreciate, though, that they were like, hey, we don't have to end every episode with a mech fight. We're keeping the mech fights, like, for when they feel special, because we didn't have a mech fight this week. Which I appreciate, because I'm like, yeah, make the mech fights, you know, something interesting and fun. Make them worthwhile instead of, like we're dealing with Kyoryuger, where it's like, well, they beat the monster. The climax of the episode has happened. Oh, wait, it got bigger. You have to go fight it as it's bigger now. Okay, but the episode's over. We did the fight. I mean, we have to fight it again. And it feels so disconnected from, like, the rest of the episode. It feels like it felt like a obligation rather than as a part of the actual episode. Yeah. I'm still enjoying Sets. Sets was pretty good this week with Orbidium's debut. Planting? Where are we not planting? Shit. Off the mark. Every shot there. Granted, I think I still have a list of stuff that I want to watch. That I made a long time ago of like, there's stuff I want to watch, especially coming off of Super Robot Wars games, and I was like, I should watch some of these too. Like, I was also watching the Sakura Wars anime for, like, a long time, but then I fell off of it. And I cannot tell you the last episode I watched in terms of the number count. I know it was kind of like a... It was not the most interesting episode. Granted, like, now that I've watched, like, Matsubi's retrospective stuff on the Sakura Wars, I definitely do get that feeling that, like, the Sakura Wars anime went way more serious than the games for some reason, and that feels like a mistake. Like, I do like that the anime put Sakura as lead. I like that decision because it puts the focus on the girls, and like the guy that you play as is more or less just another character. Like, he doesn't have to be the lead on it. It lets that be different than the games. But the far more serious tone of it is just like, yeah, no, this should be a lot more fun from how the games are. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do this next week. I've also had a thought about what to do with Kiba Kemi, since I'm not happy with the wing design. I think how it's set up right now, I think I'm gonna split that part in half. Like keep the horizontal part of it, but get that set up on a hinge on the body, so that kind of like hinges forward, and then the part that's angled up, I'm going to have that one be on a hinge as well, and that be like the back part of the wings. And I'm going to like pull the wing parts that are there out a bit more, because they're like on the shorter side now, but I'm going to like extend them down a lot. Probably means I need to bump the wings up. In terms of size. Or not size, in like location, like bump them up the arm, up the body in terms of how they're and how they're mounted to kind of compensate for that. But I think that will solve the problem and get it looking kind of like how I want. Because otherwise, I'm happy with it. It's just those little things that just bug me. I'm just like, no, this isn't what I want. No, this doesn't look like what I want. It's better than me like scrapping everything and starting over, which like I don't want to do. But I'm also like not afraid to do that. Because for anyone wanting to get into cat stuff, or like I guess anything creative in general, if there's one thing I've learned from doing all the cat streams and stuff that I've done, don't be afraid to take everything and just chuck it out the door. Shit. You know, don't be afraid to take the work you've done, bin it, start from scratch. Because like, it might feel like that you've like thrown out all your work and that you've wasted that time. No, you haven't, because you've learned from that work. The time and effort you put into there is fruitful, and the what you've gained from there is real and tangible, and like will go beyond like the work that you're binning. And like sometimes the ideas that you have, like they are going to require that you're going to kind of go back to square one, and that's okay. Like you don't need to bin something completely if it's not working. You know, you can kind of roll things back to a certain point and then build back up or make some adjustments, but like don't be afraid to just take the whole thing, wad it up, toss it in the bin, try again. Try a different approach, try coming from another angle, and like that can work. That is useful. Why is it now 4v3? What happened? I say that knowing full well how these game modes go. Also, absolutely, even though I use SolidWorks, there are plenty of free cat programs that like are good out there that you can use. I only use SolidWorks because of my degree and stuff. Like, if you find a cat program that works better for you, fucking use it. Shit. Like, I nearly killed him. Also, I guess if anyone's wondering, like, is there any Blockies updates? No. No, there are not. I think right now they're just doing promo picks for the Star Wars Galaxy Wave, which they look nice. Well, I'll be honest, that R2, get that the R2 was everything I've wanted for an R2 on my desk. Because like, I have secretly wanted an R2, like a little small R2 I can have on my desk forever. I've kind of like had my eye on the like the vintage collection one forever. It is now 4v1. What the fuck? Because I just want a little R2 to set on my desk. And that at Blockies is like, yeah, here's like basically a 4-inch scale for a 4-inch R2. I'm kind of like, hey, look, that's everything I wanted. I'd have to, you know, go out of my way to get it. But like, that's something I wanted to sit on my desk forever. All right, we'll do one last ballistic. I can think in the background. Actually, 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I have I have quietly gotten back to doing little Lego things in Bricklink Studio. Their program still feels weird because it's like because Bricklink is now an official part of Lego and has been for a while. Not all of Lego's parts are in there. Like, as an example, I was like building the Going Merry from that Lego did for Lego One Piece. And not all the parts are there. Like, not all the minifigure parts are there. Some of the like sale stuff isn't there. I was like, this feels weird. Like, why is this not the case? And I also found that they're like the stuff they do for like bendable stuff. The controls on it are not great. It felt like they could have been a lot better. But oh well. Because I was chipping away at like a bat cave in there for like a long time. I kind of like some of the stuff I did. I think I want to revisit some of it. Rework some colors and stuff. Grenade got me. one of the folks that follow Sound Out, he was doing NES Silver Surfer on that new collection that came out. To kind of end off his usual Monday streams. And boy, oh boy, are the hitboxes in that game whack. Shit, I did not get anybody there. Like, they are whack in, like, the complete opposite way, like, you would want them to be. Like, I swear, Cerberus hitbox is, like, enormous in that game. And, like, projectile hitboxes are also enormous. And also the fact that, like, so much of the terrain in that game is, like, you can totally bonk off this. Like, I was confused for a while when he, like, died the first few times of, like, wait, why is he dying? Oh. If you bonk off any terrain in that game, you're dead. Which is, like, horrendous. For a shmup? For a shmup. What is basically a shmup in design is, like, that is horrendous. And also, there's some Kaizo-ass Kaizo bullshit in that game. Which, I should not be surprised. It's an NES game. The NES has some... Oh, it has some real bad stinkers in there. And it's... Son of a bitch. In its catalog. Like, for all of the good the NES brought us, like, there's some grade A trash on the NES. So I think I'll click anymore. It should get the rest of the stream. Like, there's some grade A trash on there. That was weird. They hit the triangle too early? I brought up the map. First, now I'm trying to remember if... Oh no, that's a SNES game. I'm trying to remember Super Godzilla from one of the other folks I follow. It's just like, boy, this game is like the worst. Oh my god. Hi. Oh god. I didn't realize you were not a teammate for the longest time there, and that was not good. I think I pitched. Ow, 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 shit, fuck. I think I remember pitching this to Tommy on stream, and it's a terrible idea. Which is it that bad? Like, take, like, the worst of the worst that the industry is putting out there in terms of, like, old retro games. Just be like, is it really that bad? Like, go dig up like the worst like 5 NES games that are on like Metacritic or something and be like, are they that bad? I think that'd be like a fun series. It would be like hell to do because like I'm pretty sure 90% of the time the answer is gonna be yes. Like, I really doubt the answer is going to be no on anything, but like, it'd be interesting to see. I think I'm partially inspired by Wrestle Talk on their YouTube. They did a series like this, where they did the worst match ever, basically series, where it was 3 of them would sit down and watch like the worst wrestling matches ever put together and rate them against each other. Just like which one is worse than the other. And it would be like your notorious picks, like WrestleMania 20s, like Lesnar, Goldberg. There's a couple TNA matches that I don't remember the names that was in it offhand, but there's a couple of those, a couple of WCW things. Like basically, if you were to Google like the worst wrestling matches, like the Usual Suspects would come up. They watched those Usual Suspects plus some others that like were folks commented and said, "Hey, what about this one?" What did we? Oh, they played it over there. Shoot. Shoot, shoot. I thought we were on attack, not on defense. I'm dumb. Out of time to get in there. That would basically what we'd be doing with video games. It's just like, all right, how bad is like Silver Surfer in comparison to like something like Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure? Like, what are the oh my god, internet, why are you dying? Internet, why? Internet, come back. Internet, please come back. Internet, why are you dying on me? Yep, they're at the other one. Shit. Yes. Okay, this is the one. Shit. Oh my god. I just turned the corner. They're all just waiting there. Damn, that sucked. Apparently, once we're out of this game, I have to give the internet a minute to, like, sort itself. Like things have stayed without. Oh, I'm level locked from getting them, basically. That's weird and dumb how that's set up, but... All right. Should be okay for a while at least. I don't know what causes these internet outages. They just happen, and it just annoys me to no end. Oh, thanks that that's it on the stream today. It's just like because the leaks that came out and like some official releases came out that basically didn't have any like no rampage, no depth charge, no transmetal anything from Beast Wars. But like apparently one of the things we're getting is Boss, who is a combiner from Beast Wars, toy-wise. But they're a character in Beast Wars 2, which I kind of just stare at and go, my god, we're going to have a Beast Wars 2 cast complete before we get vanilla Beast Wars. And that annoys me to no end. Like, it's fine for the fans of, like, Beast Wars 2 and Beast Wars Neo. Because, you know, they're going to get their cast, basically. But I'm annoyed because I'm like, we almost were there with Beast Wars. We're like 2, technically 3 characters away. And can we get that? No. Why? Because something transmetals or vac metal shiny, and we don't want to put the budget or have the budget or want to figure out how to replicate that in the modern day with the budgets we have. And I just... That's why I kind of like am looking at blockies and I'm like, I swear to God. Because they've already started Beast Wars stuff in Defenders. And I'm just like, you do Beast Wars in Galaxy. And so help me. If in like 2, maybe 3 waves, you put out the entire Beast Wars cast, I'm gonna flip. Because I'm just like, how? You had all the time in the world, Hasbro, and you can't give it to us, but blockies can show you up in 2 ways. Just be like, here you go, it's done. Like, I get it. Different kinds of toys, different engineering, different budgets more than likely, and all that. But I'm like, guys, you have a job. Your job is to make toys. And I feel like it would be a thing on the board somewhere of like, what is our goal with the toy line? It's like, hey, get the Beast Wars cast out there. Update these show casts into a modern day and have them all in one toy line. That's a goal. But no, can't have that. Especially when like the other Transformers show are really like animated. I don't think they've done any of the Decepticons from animated. They've done... I think they've done all of the core cast of animated. Yeah, because they've done Prime, B, Prowl, and Ratchet recently. But they haven't done Bulkhead, really. That Bulkhead does not count. It doesn't count for animated, it doesn't count for Prime. And I forget which of those two that Bulkhead was supposed to be, but it's neither. And it was so stupid. It's like, why is there not an animated Bulkhead? Like, let me didn't take me to the toy line because it was like one of the first figures for Legacy. Oh, it was technically a prime bulkhead. So we have not gotten an animated bulkhead at all. Which means we're still missing like one of the core characters from animated for the Autobot side, and they still haven't done anybody from Predacon or from the Decepticon side at all. And I'm like, wow, to be an animated fan is to be ignored apparently. Almost. I'm trying to remember the full, like the main Decepticon cast for that show, because it was Megs eventually, because it was really Starscream in the lead, Blitzwing, oh, Lucknut, I think was one of them. I think there's one more. That would be your core cast of Decepticons. I know there's Shockwave, who's like disguised as Longarm. And then there's yes. He's in the movies. They put him in one of the movies as a villain. I can't remember his name. That would basically be your Decepticon cast, but it's like, nope, don't have any of that. It's one of those times where it's like, well, if you're gonna do, like, these, you know, nostalgic throwback toys, like, why are we not going all the way in? Why are we only going halfway? Where's the rest of it? Ah. Oh, it. Oh, oh, and I... Fuck. I knew I was not going to make it, so I tried to drift a little harder to get in there, and it didn't work, and then I fumbled it so badly. I am probably not catching up. Bonked. I clawed my way back to second. A little bit of coverage. Oh my god, really? Oh. Oh, I'm gonna die. Or not, thanks internet. Going back at just the right time. end up right on top of someone there, but that's what happened. I had a feeling there was something in there. Started another. Oh dear. Shit. Better shotgun. We're gonna do something a little different for a little bit. Not really that different, but gotta do something else for a little bit. You all. You all. You know what? I don't know how long we'll be here, but I'll change it up. We'll do some guess the game for a little bit. Oh, hello. Hello? Discord? Discord? Mike? Something? Me? Is it me?
No, Windows.
Okay.
Windows mic something.
I was gonna do guess the game until you hopped on. So I can do this one real quick. I have nothing. Oh, I incredibly have nothing. Wait. No, that doesn't look like this. Oh, that doesn't help. That PC? Roguelike third person. Sure. Oh. This is Risk of Rain, the second one. It took me so long because I'm like, oh, what do I know looks like this? Nothing. Not really. Oh, I forgot to read that. All right, I got dashboard updated.
Okay. I was actually going to hop into a little Fortnite before, but apparently you decided to swap over, so.
Oh, okay. I didn't see you hop on, so never. I can swap it back.
I mean, that's good, whichever.
Okay, swap it back. Let's put that in the notes. Do you want to do with things? Do you want to do one last game of Ballistic to send it off yourself?
No.
Fair.
I didn't care for Ballistic, so.
Fair. I did 3 games. Won 2 of them, surprisingly. Like, well, I end Ballistic at 2-1. My last Ballistic session is 2-1. That doesn't say a whole lot about how Ballistic has went for me, but I got the spectrum of how Ballistic games go, basically.
I take it as that means that you had a close game that you won, a close game that. No. A game where you lost a teammate and lost, and a game where they lost a teammate and lost.
No, I had a game where they lost a teammate and we won. I had a game where everybody quit and we won because everyone on the opposing team left. And then I had a game where we got stopped.
And then, no, you didn't have the full game, but yet.
Yeah. I'm afraid close games don't exist anymore.
Because you still technically missed 2 then, because you didn't lose because of losing someone on your team then.
Could have, but didn't.
I'm the driver. That's not good.
I guess I'll let you pick since you're driving.
Uh, I don't know. I'm trying to get boxes.
You're going that way. And that direction.
Sure, that'll work. I almost turned the bus that direction before jumping. That would have been bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, someone I follow in Blue Sky was like, "Oh, that was a disappointing Final Form to debut in sets this week," and I just had to stare at that and go,
That wasn't Final Form.
"I'm not
We're
going to
too
tell
early
you."
for that.
Apparently, they realized later because enough people was like, "That's not the Final Form. You're one form too early," and they're like, "Oh, lol, I guess."
That is correction to pseudo berserk form.
Basically,
I can't call it berserk form because it wasn't, but it kind of was.
it was basically Baku can only use it if he's like, I wish to murder today. And that is all I wish to do. Otherwise,
No, he
it's
can
like,
use it when he's not in that mindset. How did you not hit me? No. Just no.
internet, no, why?
Not giving you a chance to get up and shoot at me again.
I'm gonna die.
And you're dead.
Internet, of all the times to cut out, why is it that the worst possible times?
Yeah. Hello. Sideswipe. Who did that?
Probably the
Not
person
cool.
that downed me.
No. It was someone else that's here with us.
Okay.
Not cool, dude. No, that was server, by the way. That wasn't your internet, because there's no way that I also got that lag. That was either the server or someone is doing something they shouldn't be.
Oh, OBS cut out at the same time when I looked down, so that's how I knew for sure.
I had hiccup. That was something server end overloaded.
Of course it is.
That or another player is doing something funky kind of deal.
Right. Well, I guess
that was on par with like Halo 3 lag kind of deal.
I guess you
where it's really no one person's fault.
I guess you now see why I told you, hey, that Versus movie is something else entirely.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot sure does happen in that movie.
That was a Dinosaur Sentai anniversary featuring Go Busters.
Yep. Look, there was a lot of feelings that Go Busters kind of didn't go well at the end of it. At the time, in this movie, kind of solidified it where it's like, oh, the Go Busters are barely fucking in this. This is mainly a team up of the Dinosaur Sentai teams. Huh. Somebody at Toei really doesn't like Go Busters. Oh god, now I'm
I have to. Oh, now you're driving. Great. My turn to pick them.
Well, I can't make that one. Can I get this one at least?
Oh god, you're making this harder for me to pick.
Well, I'm going in a straight line now because it's the only one I can hit. So
then let's go back there. I'm just like, you swung back on me there.
Well, I tried to turn to one, could not turn fast enough. The other one was well outside of my turning radius at that point, and I'm like, well, there's one dead ahead. That's my last option.
And boy, the other movie was definitely an episode.
Yeah, unfortunately, summer Sentai movies are like that because they're double billed with the writer movie of that year. So if you remember anything about Magic Land, that aired, or that was paired with that Kyoryuger movie.
Really? You're gonna shoot at me while I'm still coming down initially?
I think you technically have invincibility frames during that.
I mean, they can't hit the broadside of a barn, so I mean, it didn't do anything. But still, it was one of those, are you serious? You're gonna actually shoot at people coming down. At least let them land and then shoot them. Hello. I'm glad I... Footsteps? They're on top of this building. I watched them pick up something. Hello. I'm down here now. I am all the way. I went all the way down that hill.
I tried.
They hit that board and got a grenade launcher.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, all Summer Sentai movies are like that, where it's just like, yeah, this is literally an episode. Its entire point is basically to sell the repaint mech of the year. Because as you've noticed, the Spinosaurus is basically Capatira with a new head.
Yeah.
The only reason we're really watching it is because there's like an entire episode for Kyoryuger that is a follow-up to this movie. And I think the entire reason it happens is because that's when the Blu-ray for the movie came out.
And they had to do something.
Apparently, so they're like, here's basically an entire episode that's a follow-up to the movie. Because not only does our Evil Ranger come back, our guest star comes back as well.
You can go out on a limb and say there.
Alright. I'm still deciding.
Well, I'm only saying that because the bus is clearly staying on that side of the map, so...
I think it's not an episode, but a later episode, Spinodio comes back. And Carnival gets a fancy combo for Spinodio in that same episode that's a follow-up. So it's like, yeah, no, this movie's actually important for once, because usually the Sentai summer films are, like, not important and elitist.
Oh, I'm done picking. I'm done picking. That just solidified it right there. Okay, wait a minute. They all dropped. We might be fine.
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure, like, the Go Busters one is entirely skippable. I think. I know it had the frog mech in it, and I think that showed up for an episode.
Glider.
Let's see.
Footsteps on me. Not good. I'm down. Bull. Bull. Freaking jerk. And he's camping my card.
We're having a bad go of things.
Apparently we need to just drop right up and under the bus. Because apparently all the tryhards are not wanting to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, I do not remember anything else about that Go Busters movie. I think we watched it for TGSR.
feel like we did. I can't swear to that though.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't remember it either.
I don't know if we also watched the movie that they technically reference at the start of that Ghostbusters Kyoryuger movie, because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure the Kyoryuger showed up in that Versus movie. I don't remember it.
I don't remember it either.
All I remember, I'm pretty sure that one has the same plot point in this movie of oops, the team goes evil for a hot minute. Isn't that when the Go-Kaigers go evil for a hot minute for plot purposes, and then are good guys by the end? Okay. Oh, I was gonna say there.
I'm good with that.
But in here, the Kyoryugers go evil for a hot minute for plot purposes.
Plot question mark purposes.
Look, there's an entire thing involving Gabutira in this movie that I feel like by the end of it, I don't understand. That feels like it was an idea they wanted for this movie, but they didn't
know how to execute it.
Didn't have the time for it.
I don't think they knew how to execute it was the problem.
That too, at that point. Like, good lord. I feel like there's a lot to talk about these movies, but none of it has to do with what actually happened in those movies.
I mean, things happen.
Yeah. Also, I call Fallon what Daigo says at the end of the summer movie. I'm like, no, you heard her.
No, he totally didn't. Hi.
Hi.
Harpoon gun?
Sure. It's gonna end terribly for me.
Probably. Nope, not as terrible as this is going to for me.
Oh no, what did you find?
7 cluster cannon.
Oh god.
Because who's the idiot that's fixing to put it as the main? This guy. Who's the one that's going to blow himself up? This guy.
Gunshots up
Yep.
north?
Yeah, you got a rival nearby.
Right.
Who's also the idiot that has a DMR and sucks with snipers? This guy. I'm gonna die. And it's gonna be my own fault. I saw movement over by the river there, but I guess I didn't.
Might have been a particle effect or something. I get mixed by that all the time.
I think it was something popped in and I thought it moved instead. Nope, it was a fish. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I saw the fish jump that time and I'm like, oh. Nope, I know what it was. I caught part of the animation for the fish and that was what did it. Because usually these fields, someone's here. Some kind of quick scanning. And I must have caught that fish dropping back in.
Gunshots. Footsteps. It's like, where's the other guy?
Like I
There was
said,
another
I'm gonna
person
get
here.
myself killed.
Got him.
That worked. Like I said, I'm gonna get myself killed with this. uh, gunshots. All the gunshots.
In the direction of rifle.
Probably is rival. But
Two shots in two different
two
directions.
sets
then?
of gunshots. Yeah.
Oh.
And down. Teammate was taking pot shots at me. Got him! Okay, I take that back. I'm not bad with the DMR. Uh-oh, I'm out of ammo. Mistakes have been
Got
made.
one. Got them both.
Thank God you picked that up because I was sucking.
I was just standing there with the DMR and somehow they're like, oh, can't hit him. I don't know what's happening. And I'm like,
They were paying attention to me.
one of them was staring directly at my face and trying to shoot me and could not hit me.
Well, I mean, that too. Really?
They
Did
knew
none of them
I
have
was there.
DMR ammo? Did none of them have DMR ammo? Are you serious?
I know.
Okay. Whoa, in front of me. Ooh. Beside me to the right, someone took a pot shot and missed. Up in the house where we just came from.
Got him.
Nice.
I think they were trying to take out the balcony, so they're real bot behavior.
All I know is they tried to hit me and missed. Okay, now I've got some DMR ammo. Holy crap. Kill 3 teams and finally get some ammo. Also, that is a weird shape for... That is a crown. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's chasing llama over here. Really? You gotta sit there and try to take pot shots at me. I'm gonna hit you. Oh, hi. That is 2 people down. Not
Ow.
dead.
I got the llama guy.
Oh my god, I can't.
I'm at DMR ammo now.
Got him. I have got to remember to lead my shots. I keep forgetting to do that. Crown is closing. I'm trying to grab ammo. We need to be moving. Is that you?
No,
Uh-oh.
I was eating pizza.
Don't go straight ahead, because there was gunshots in front of you. Or if you do, be very careful. think we're fine.
Footsteps. 2 footsteps. On your right.
Well, that's not good. Someone got car. Oh, they didn't want to play.
Oh god, they're shooting at you.
Yep. Yeah, Jens, forget about me down here? Is that really what just happened? Did they forget about me?
Maybe.
This thing has an arc to it. Oh, they remember me. Mm-hmm. Ow, I'm down. Dude on llama. Over there. And there's 2. Nailed it.
Oh, shoot.
Sorry. Sorry. I have no healing stuff.
And I burned all my pizza,
So we need to
so...
This probably is not going to get me back up.
And we're marked.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down. Swap over now.
Yeah.
Well, so long, Ballistic. You will be missed by me like 1% of the time. I've got
Meh.
there. I'll be more sad when rocket racing goes.
Yeah. That was weird. Okay.
What?
My buttons on my Stream Deck kind of acted weird.
Hmm.
Say something?
Something.
Okay. I should be good then.
All right, I will take the stream down. We'll be right back with TGSR for the week, folks. Stay tuned.